It's a problem heartbroken families, communities, and elected officials are trying to solve, stopping shootings before they happen. The Marion County Prosecutor's Office says one solution is Indiana's red flag law. It was the topic at tonight's Community Justice Academy presentation. RTV6's Cornelius Hawker shows you how the law works and why the prosecutor says it could do even more to keep everyone safe.
I feel as though that youth are the future of tomorrow, so we need to stop violence, and it cannot start with them.
Nia Wilson tells me she and so many other young people her age have been impacted by gun violence.
I've had a couple of close friends in surrounding school areas that have been either shot or involved in third-party shooting.
Nia took part in the Marion County Prosecutor Office's first ever Youth Fellows program, where they were able to share their perspective on several topics, gun violence being one of them.
We see too many young people who end up being shot and their lives are forever altered, even if they survive.
Prosecutor Ron Mears says his office is constantly working to prevent gun violence. They get some help from Indiana's red flag law, which allows police officers to take guns from people who could hurt themselves or others with or without a warrant.
Police officers arrive on the scene. They're able to seize weapons that day from an individual, which is obviously important.
Changes were made to the red flag law this summer. They included adding a person's name to the National Instant Criminal Background Check database if their guns had been taken. But Mears says the law could go further.
There needs to be more follow-up where we as prosecutors have the ability to make sure that that person does not have the ability to purchase firearms down the road.
As the law stands, a person could have their guns taken away, then buy a new gun the very next day by ordering one online or going to a gun show. That doesn't sit well with Mears or many of the people who were there Monday night for the discussion about Indiana's red flag law.
If officers seize those weapons, it needs to be entered into the crime database. And so if that individual tries to purchase a weapon in the future, everybody's going to be aware of it.
Prosecutor Ron Mears says that this red flag law is a good first step in preventing gun violence, but he admits there are still problems and loopholes that need to be fixed, things that the legislator can only do, and he says that's where you come in. If you want these loopholes closed, he urges you to reach out to whoever represents you. Working for you in Indianapolis, I'm Cornelius Hawker for RTV6.
Thank you, Cornelius. And lawmakers who have opposed changing the red flag law say they don't want to infringe on Hoosiers' Second Amendment rights. Indiana's original red flag law passed in 2005 after the 2004 killing of Officer Jake Laird. Now, he was shot by a man who had been deemed a dangerous person and even had his guns taken away. But back then, there were not any laws in place to stop that man from getting his guns back.